And again, a very good Sunday morning. It's great to have you with us here on this June 4th. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. As I said earlier, we've got a great show in store for you today with a lot of things that are happening in and around the Rio Grande Valley. Also, we have some important information to talk about. First on this show, we're going to be talking to the folks from the Marine Military Academy. They're getting ready for a very busy summer season ahead. Talk a little bit more about what's happening at MMA. We have Andy Atkinson on the show. Andy, it's always great seeing you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I know what's going on at MMA. You guys are always very busy. You always have a lot of things that are happening there. We've got summer coming up around the corner. Before we start talking about your summer programs, for the folks who may have just moved here to the Valley, what is MMA?
Sure. Marine Military Academy is a college preparatory boarding school for boys in grades 8 through 12. We're the only private school in the world based on the traditions and values of the United States Marine Corps.
Wow. Now, how would a parent get their child involved? How would they apply? How would they register? What should they do?
Sure. Everything can be done online. All you have to do is visit our website at MMA-TX.org or just give us a good old-fashioned phone call. That still works.
Yeah, that's
call us at 423-6006 and we can give you all the information as well.
Probably the best thing to do is give a good old-fashioned phone call, as you say. Is there any pre-requirements, or are there any pre-requirements for a child before they enter the school?
Well, they have to be healthy enough to participate in the JROTC program, because it is also very highly physical. It's not just academic, it's also a lot of physical, a lot of activity involved.
Sure.
Furthermore, they cannot have a criminal record. So that is definitely, we are not a reform school. We are definitely a college preparatory boarding school.
Yeah.
And so pretty much that's it. They just have to apply and we take it from there.
Oh, okay, great. Now, as I just mentioned earlier, we have the summer months quickly approaching. I know you guys always have some fantastic programs there.
Yes.
Tell me about the summer programs at MMA.
Sure. Thank you so much. It's just so funny, too, as you said, we're always busy. We just said goodbye to the class of 2017 a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Everybody thinks it slows down, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Exactly. That's because we offer 2 summer programs in the summer. The first one is an academic camp. It's called SAT and ACT Prep Camp at MMA. It takes place June 19th through 23rd. And it's a day camp, so the students are there during the day, then they go home at night. And it's 4 days of intensive study.
Right.
They are doing nothing but testing and then practicing and then reviewing, doing nothing but getting ready for the SAT and ACT test exams. And then on the 5th day, they have a morning of adventure. They get to go out to the MMA Tower where they get to zip line, rock climb, and rappel.
Oh, wow. So these summer programs, as you're mentioning, pretty intense the first few days, but then at the last day you get to have fun.
Yes, you get to blow off some steam and go outdoors and have a lot of fun, a lot of adrenaline.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what have the results been like from having, the ACT, SAT summer programs? What's the results been like, especially for the kids who, have to study really hard for it, they get constant testing? What's happened with that?
It's very beneficial. I don't think what a lot of people understand is that more students are going to college now than ever, which is wonderful, but it's also creating a lot of stiff competition, especially if you're going for scholarships and financial aid. Especially with financial aid, if you're even with another person, if you have the same circumstances, guess who they're going to choose if it comes down to money and pennies? They're going to give the financial aid to the student who has the highest SAT and ACT score. That's always such a tiebreaker there. So more than ever, it's important to score high on these tests. And what this does is that it helps them, first of all, it helps them get familiar with the SAT and ACT test. First of all, they're familiar, so there's less fumbling around when they're actually taking the test. There's less anxiety. But furthermore, they're covering material that should have already been covered in the classroom. Sometimes they remember, sometimes they forget, but it's good reinforcement. It's good for them to review all this information.
Now, do they have to be cadets at the academy in order to take part in the program?
Not at all.
Oh, great.
This is one program that we started so that the boys of the Rio Grande Valley could actually start going to MMA and start getting a feel of what it's like there. But no, this is a local program for local boys, because most of our boys, as you well know, I've been on the show many times, as you all know, that most of our boys come from across the nation and around the world. It is truly an international school. So we really want to offer something to the community.
And what else we got going on there this summer?
Yes.
Keeps going.
Right after that, we have MMA Summer Camp. And that is famous in so many parts of the world. It really is. I don't think people realize what a great camp that is. It is a 4-week-long camp, and it is a military adventure camp. So the boys, from sun up to sundown, from 6 a.m. until they wake up, until 10 o'clock at night, those boys are on the go at our summer camp.
Wow.
We offer more than 30 activities, anything from zip lining and rappelling, to archery, to paintball, to our famous power pole jump, where students will, our campers will jump up a power pole, and of course they're harnessed, they're strapped.
Yeah.
They've got safety equipment, but they basically jump off a power pole and have to hit a buoy while they're trying to do it.
Wow.
I mean, they're basically jumping off a power pole. People say, oh, those things are easy. They're not. Once you're up that high, that sense of self-preservation starts to kick in.
Yeah.
But the wonderful things about all the challenging activities that we offer is that they gain so much self-confidence. They go there thinking, oh, I can't do this, it's too scary, and they do it. And that is just the biggest rush of self-confidence that they get.
And again, where can people register for that, or maybe find out a little bit more information about the summer programs?
Yes, absolutely. Everything is at MMA-TX.org. But if you specifically want to know about MMA Summer Camp, go to MMA-TX.org/summercamp.
Fantastic. Now, as we were mentioning earlier, there are a lot of things at MMA maybe some people don't know about. One of the things in particular, the Iwo Jima Monument. This is special, and this is a great time of year to go see it.
Absolutely. A great thing to do on the 4th of July, by the way.
That's right.
But yes, it's funny because it is the #1 tourist attraction in Harlingen. But I emphasize tourists because so many of the local residents forget that we have a beautiful historical treasure right here in our own backyard, and they forget to go visit it. So the summertime is always the best time of year to go actually visit the Iwo Jima Monument. Again, it's a great thing to do on the 4th of July, as well as there's also an Iwo Jima Museum right next door to it, and that is completely free. So this is a great activity for people in our community to do, is go see the Iwo Jima Monument, go see the gravesite of Corporal Harlan Block. He was one of the 6 flag raisers, and he is buried right behind the Iwo Jima Monument. And then, of course, go see the museum.
Absolutely. Hey, Andy, thank you so much for being on the show on this Sunday morning. Really appreciate you being here. And folks, we're going to post a little bit more information there on your screen. Call this number 956-423-6006 or log on right now to MMA-TX.org for a little bit more information. Andy, again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Folks, don't go anywhere on this Sunday morning. When we come back, we're going to be talking to the folks from the RGV Sierra Club about who they are, what they're doing, and how you can get involved. Don't go anywhere.